Hello everybody, I'm Xue Chen, and first of all I would like to thank Alexander and Khadija to give us this wonderful opportunity to learn more about women's illnesses and how to prevent them, and also how to lead a healthier life. In China, it is common knowledge that when women have their period, they should stay clear of cold, hot and spicy food, because they say that this will give them more cramps and clotting, and in general making the period a more painful experience. But I recall that when I was in England, nobody mentioned this. So I was wondering, is this true? If we eat cold, hot or spicy food during our period, will that really give us more pain? Thank you.
Hello, I'm responding to the question from Shuye Chen from China, who asked me about the practice in China of not using hot spices or cooling foods during a woman's period, and the basis of that. This is a general rule in herbalism around the world. In traditional medicines around the world, you'll find that the advice is that when a woman's on her period, she should stay away from excessively heating foods or excessively cooling foods, and there's a reason for that. It's not in the popular knowledge in Europe now, but it used to be. The reason for this is that when we say heating or cooling, we're talking about the effect that those foods or medicines have on the metabolism. So it either speeds up the metabolism or it slows it down. Because what's happening in the period is that the womb is resolving its lining, it's sending its lining out through the cervix, and the cervix is quite small. So you get this buildup of material, either blood, clots, there, and they've got to come out, and as it builds up too much, you start to get cramping on the cervix, and that is what will cause the pain, the abdominal pain, because you get these strong crampings as the body's now trying to force that out through too small a space. Now, hot spices, which speed up the metabolism, they increase the blood flow that's trying to get out from the womb through this small cervix. Okay, so you increase the cramping. When you use cooling foods, which will slow down the metabolism, they'll slow down the digestive metabolism, and they slow down the whole metabolism of the body, what they tend to do is they tend to cause the thickening of fluids. So in this case, it's not because you've got too much, but now this will tend to encourage clotting, because it's slowing down the blood, it's staying there for longer. It has more of a tendency to clot. So as it clots, then you end up once again getting cramping, because it's these big clots which need to get out through the cervix, so they have to be broken up. So that's generally why that is the case. Now, there's another aspect, which is that these traditional medicines are based upon a scientific method which trusts the subjective experience of the body. The modern scientific method, which is the positivist method, does not trust the subjective experience of the body. What it does is it extends that sensory the sensory capacities by using instruments which are sometimes more sensitive. So it trusts that and is saying, well, because we're going to be now objective. Now, the older method did not have access to those things, and so it was based upon meditative experience and observation of your own body. And then people would discuss that, and they would then come up with the agreements that they would have about the way that a food or a process affected them. So that's it. Thank you very much, Shuye from China. If you have any more questions, please. This is Alex Carberry, the herbalist from www.alexcarberry.net. Over and out.